And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Kingsville for tonight's 31 4A matchup between the Robstown Cotton Pickers and the Ancient King Brahmas. Batting order for the Pickers this evening, leading off in center field is number 17, Jose Serrano. Batting second in left field, number 13, Aiden Aguilar. Batting third at first base is number 2, Aiden Lozano. Batting fourth in right field is number 23, freshman Uriah Isles. Batting fifth at shortstop, number 6, Lucas Sainz. Batting seventh at second base, batting sixth at second base is Dominic Alvarez, number 4. Batting seventh at third base, number 1, Christian Barrera. Batting eighth on the mound for the Pickers tonight is number 15, Christian Moreno. And designated hitter tonight, number 5, Paxton Salinas. Behind the plate, getting DH'd for by Salinas, is number 3, Albert Ocañas. And defensively for the Brahmas tonight, in the outfield, you're going to have Jordan Villarreal in left, Giovanni Trevino in center, and Braden Milton in right. Around the horn for the Brahmas, third base, Samuel Gomez. Shortstop is Braden Lozano. Second base, Alberto Yebra. And first base, Christian Ains. Battery tonight for the Brahmas. Behind the plate is John Kaysen, and on the mound is Elijah Brenneman. So that's your lineup for the Brahmas, and of course we'll have the defensive lineup for the Pickers in the bottom of the first inning. Again, both teams looking for their first victory in District 31 4A. Again, got a new scoreboard for you guys tonight. Again, lineup for the Pickers tonight. Top third, Serrano, Aguilar, Lozano. Middle third, Isles, Sainz, and Alvarez. Bottom third, Barrera, Moreno, and Salinas. And quick update down the street, Lady Pickers are in action here in Kingsville. Middle of the third inning, and the Lady Pickers are leading by a score of 6-1. Okay, again, bottom of the third inning, Lady Pickers lead 6-1. Taking his final warm-up pitches, and again we'll have the first pitch for you momentarily. Again, I want to remind everyone that the Pickers will be in action tomorrow at 4 o'clock at Steve Costello Field for the non-district matchup against Hebronville. Unfortunately, we will not be able to bring that to you tomorrow. like it's blowing out to center field. First pitch to Sedano, and he takes high for ball one. And time's called. They have not turned the pregame music off. Somebody got it here in the concession stand. So 1 ball, no strike count to Sedano. Left-handed hitting center fielder for the Pickers. Pitch to Sedano. This is in for ball two. Ball popped up in the infield, shortstop calling it, and makes the play for out number one. So bring up left fielder number 13, Aiden Aguilar.
0-1-3, here we go, kid.
Elijah Brenneman on the mound for Brahmas. First pitch to Aguilar, misses high for ball one. Brenneman out of the windup for the Brahmas, wearing number 8. No pitch, swing, miss for strike one. Count even 1 ball and 1 strike. And the windup and pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. One ball and 2 strikes. Swinging a fly ball out in the left field. Left fielder Villarreal drifting back, and it's going to go all the way to the wall. And Aguilar is going to get there with a stand-up double. The first baseman, Aiden Lozano. Lozano with an RBI opportunity here at the top of the first for the Pickers. Lozano takes high for ball one. Again, runner at first, 1 out. 1-0 count to Lozano. Lozano pops one out. Looks like it's going to be out of play to the left side. Count now even, 1 ball and 1 strike. Hiles waited on deck for Robstown. And Lozano fouls off another pitch. Counting out 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Here we go, Low. Be a team area, kid. Here we go. Thankfully, the sun, or excuse me, the clouds getting in front of the sun here out of left field. Always tough to play first base this time of year in Kingsville. Swing and a miss by Lozano for out number 2. So Uriah steps in with a runner on second, now 2 outs. And a 1-out double by Aiden Aguilar to left field. First pitch to Isles, misses high for ball 1. Zimmerman comes set. And ground ball to the left side. Shortstop up with it over to first. 4 out, number 3. So Pickers with no runs on 1 hit. 1 runner left on base after 1/2 inning. No score from Kingsville. And back in Kingsville for the bottom of the first inning, batting order for the H.M. King Brahmas. Leading off in left field, Villarreal. Batting second in center field, Trevino. Batting third at third base is Gomez. Batting fourth behind the plate is Kaysen. Batting fifth, the designated hitter Garza. Batting sixth, the first baseman Ains. Batting seventh, the right fielder Milton. Batting eighth, the pitcher Brenneman. And batting ninth, the shortstop Lozano.
Let's go.
Defensively for the Pickers tonight, from left to right, Aiden Aguilar in left field, Jose Serrano in center, Uriah Isles tonight in right field. Around the horn, Christian Barrera at third, Lucas Sainz at short, Dominic Alvarez at second, and Aiden Lozano at first. Battery tonight will be Albert Ocañas behind the plate and Christian Moreno on the mound.
Boy.
First pitch called strike one. Christian Moreno on the mound for the Pickers, swing and a miss. Strike two. And Jordan Villarreal leading things off for the Brahmas. Moreno gets a sign from Ocañas, the windup and the pitch. Curveball in the dirt. For ball one.
Let's go. Right back in. Get in there. Let's go.
1-2 pitch from Moreno. Curveball misses low for ball two. Even 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing the ground ball to the right side. Base hit by Villarreal. That's going to bring up the center fielder Trevino. Got Barrera drawn in at third base, expecting a bunt. Again, both teams tonight looking for their first victory in District 31 4A. Pickers will have their final game of the first round. First pitch misses high for drop the first round in the district on Tuesday against the Zapata Hawks. Pitch, ground ball foul to the left side. ball and 1 strike.
Come on, babe. Let's go.
Moreno set. And 1-1 pitch. This is low for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Your pitching needs to stay in the zone. Work out in front. Not try to be too fine. Stay in the zone. Let your defense work. Moreno comes set, takes a look over to Villarreal at first. And the 2-1 pitch. Called, strike 2.
Let's go.
Off attempt, not in time. Trevino back safely. Another pickoff attempt, not in time.
Hey, get him right here. Let's go. We're here, right?
Again, Trevino in the box for the 2-2 pitch from Moreno. On the plate, Cañas makes the play for out number 1. A nice job there by Alberto Cañas, making the play for the first out of the bottom of the first inning. Again, as usual, scoreboard inoperable here in Kingsville.
Oh, 12. 12, my bad. Hit him if he goes.
Getting runner on first, 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. Another pickoff attempt, not in time.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. You keep it till we change it.
Runner off, throw down from Ocañas, not in time. Again, 1-0 count to Brahmas. Runner now at second for the Brahmas. 1-0 pitch, called, strike 1.
Let's go, let's go.
Moreno gets a sign from Ocañas, comes set. And the 1-1 pitch, just high for ball 2. Line drive up the middle for a base hit. Ball gets past Sedano in center field. Goes all the way to the fence, and Gomez is standing up at second. So that'll be a single and an error. And the Brahmas take a 1-0 lead. Coaches telling Sedano, get down, stand. This is not the pristine playing surface of Steve National Field. This is quite the opposite. Ball took a hop over Sedano's glove and went all the way to the fence. second. 1 run in. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Hey, gotta be tough with 2, battle. Let's go, kid. Tough with 2.
So Moreno out in front. No balls and 2 strikes. Moreno set. The 0-2 pitch. Called strike 3. That's out number 2 for the Pickers. It's going to bring up the DH Garza. And Garza steps in with the runner on second. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Brahmas with a 1-0 lead. Garza foul back for strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch way out in front again. Foul to the left side. For strike 2.
Let's go. Battle through. Let's go.
73.
Hey, don't give up. I'll take
Running set for another 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So the Brahmas picked up 1 run on 1 hit. There was 1 error, 1 runner left on base after 1 inning. Kingsville 1, Robstown 0. We'll be back on Picker Nation News. We're back in Kingsville for the top of the second inning. Uriah Isles leading things off for the Pickers. And Pickers in the hole 1-0 here to start the second inning. Elijah Brenneman on the mound for H.M. King. Line drive to center field by Signs, and that's going to be caught by the center fielder. Well, Signs barrels it up pretty good, but right at the center fielder.
Good barrel 6.
That's going to bring up second baseman Dominic Alvarez. Christian Barrera on deck for the Pickers. He'll be batting after Alvarez. First pitch to Alvarez, way out in front.
Gotta make an
For
adjustment.
strike one.
Make an adjustment now.
And Picker coaches telling them to make an adjustment. There's much slower pitching than they're used to. It's outside, count even, 1 ball and 1 strike. And 1-1. This is high for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike on Dominic Alvarez. Three balls and a strike.
Let's go. Hey, we gotta realize that we don't want to do too much here, all right? Let's go.
And that's a 1-out walk for Alvarez. Let's bring up third baseman Christian Barrera. Christian Moreno. Due up next, as long as Barrera stays out of a double play. Swing and a miss by Barrera.
You gotta get to a 2. Get to a 2.
Hitters need to just stay back, trust their hands. Swing the ground ball down the first base line. Who knows if it's fair or foul? And it is foul.
Hey, get to a 2. No load.
It was almost a swing and bunt right there. Alvarez was off with the pitch. Count 1 ball and 2 strikes on Barrera. Ground ball to the left side. Shortstop up with it. Not going to be able to make a play. I think that should be an infield hit for Barrera. As even if the shortstop comes up with it, that's going to be a difficult play to make at first base. Alvarez was already in second. So that's going to bring up Christian Moreno with runners on first and second. 1 out here at the top of the second inning. And Paxton Salinas on deck. And then we'll be back to the top of the order. Called strike 1 on Moreno.
Put it on. Let's go. Hey, help yourself out right here, dude.
0-1 pitch to Moreno. Swings at a ball in the dirt for strike 2. Pickers need to understand they've got plenty of time to react to these pitches. And stay back and drive it. Berneman comes set, and the 0-2 to Moreno misses outside for ball 1.
If it's low, it's low. Let's go.
And most important thing against a pitcher like this, don't help them out. Stay in your zone. Expand a little bit with 2 strikes. Runner going to third, and out at third. Count now even, 2 balls and 2 strikes on Moreno. Hopefully the Pickers didn't just run themselves out of a rally. Now runner on second, 2 outs. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Moreno. Moreno comes set and swinging a line drive out into left field. That up being waved around home. That's going to tie the game at 1. Ball's cut off at short. That's an RBI single for Christian Moreno.
Boy.
We're going to have a courtesy runner at first for Moreno. That's RJ Flores. That's going to bring up Paxton Salinas. Runner on first and 2 outs.
I'm now 5.
Flores, the pinch runner at first. Game tied at 1 here in the top of the second inning.
Keep it going, Jim.
Salinas stays high. 4-1.
Yo, run it out, 2 outs.
Fly ball to center field. Center fielder over and makes the play
Let's go, let's go.
for out number 3.
Let's go, Moreno.
So Pickers pick up 1 run on 2 hits. There was 1 runner left on base after an inning and a half. We're tied at 1 on Picker Nation News. And back in Kingsville for the bottom of the second inning, game tied at 1. Down the street over at the H.M. King softball field, Lady Pickers with a 7-1 lead in the middle of the 5th inning. We'll keep providing everyone with updates as we can. Christian Moreno on for his second inning of work. First pitch misses wide. 4-1. First baseman Ains steps in, number 6 hitter in the Brahmas order. Left-handed hitting first baseman. First pitch misses outside. 4-2.
Hey.
Wind up and 2-0 pitch. Ground ball to the right side and fumbled by Alvarez at second. That's going to be an E4. On first now, nobody out. Right fielder Milton steps in. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Going for not in time, and the runner steals second base. Even 1 ball and 1 strike. Moreno set, the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a ground ball. Signs over with it to Lozano for out number 1. That's going to bring up the pitcher, Elijah Brenneman. One out, runner on second. Tie game here in the bottom of the second inning. First pitch to Brenneman, called strike 1.
Back on the mound and go. Back on the mound and go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Coach Grimes calling for tempo here from Moreno. Use a little bit of that muscle memory. Ball popped up here on the right side. That's going to be out of play for strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. One out, runner on second.
Go attack.
2 pitch misses outside for ball 1. To short, off the Sign's glove, and that's going to be an E6. Backdoor play at third, not in time. Runners now on first and third. You cannot take anything for granted here on this field in Kingsville. There will not be a true hop.
1-5.
And that's going to bring up the shortstop Braden Lozano now with runners on second and first and third. With 1 out, courtesy runner at first for Brenneman. It's number 11, courtesy runner. Ocaña's given the infield first and third signal. Picker coaches ready and Christian Moneta over at third for a bunt. Up on the cutting grass. See if the runner takes off at first. Moreno set, pickoff play, not in time. Let's kind of see if he's going to be leaning, maybe see if the batter squares, and squares early. Moreno set, and the first pitch to Lozano, runner stays, called strike 1. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. And if the pickers can keep from making errors and keep the ball in the zone, they should have an easy time this evening, but it's easier said than done. Moreno comes set, 0-2 pitch to Lozano. Runner is off, and line drive, foul. Outside the left field line.
Let's go.
Set for another 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Well, that's going to flip things over to the top of the order with Jordan Villarreal. Villarreal 1 for 1 with the Brahmas lone run scored.
Expect it. Let's go. Let's go, ball.
Looking to get out of the jam here in the bottom of the second inning. First pitch to Villarreal. Fly ball out in center field. Sedano over to it and makes the play for out number 3. So no runs for the Brahmas. There were 2 errors and 2 runners left on base after 2 innings. Game tied at 1 here from Kingsville. Kingsville for the top of the third inning. Jose Serrano. Again, leading things off here in the third inning. First pitch from high for ball one. Serrano 0 for 1 so far tonight. Some brave people parked behind the left field fence. Brennan misses high for ball two. And Aiden Aguilar on deck, followed by Aiden Lozano. Serrano with a line drive to center field. That's going to be down for a leadoff single by Serrano. Aiden Aguilar steps in with 1 for 1. Had a 1-out double in the top of the first, but was stranded by the Pickers. Now steps in with a runner on first and nobody out. And Elijah Brenneman on the mound for the Brahmas. Aguilar takes first pitch for a called strike one. Big crowd here tonight from Robstown. Uneven 1 ball and strike. And that was pretty much a quick pitch right there by Brennan. Let's see if he comes set this time. Taking a couple looks over at Serrano. Now he's set. Serrano is off and cued foul here on the right side. I'll count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Let's see if Serrano's off on the pitch again. 1 ball, 2 strike count to Aguilar. Takes outside for ball 2. Serrano stays at first this time. And Brenneman comes set for the 2-2 pitch. Steps off the rubber. Takes a look over at Serrano. Serrano goes back to the bag. We're getting some instructions from Coach Marco de los Santos. Pitch from Brenneman popped up behind the plate. Kaysen misses it, misjudges it as it comes back again. Pop-ups like that behind the plate are always going to go back towards the pitcher's mound. Mike Kaysen had a little bit of trouble finding it off the bat and drifted a little bit too far back. So Aguilar is still alive. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, runner on first. Nobody out here in the top of the third inning. Game tied at 1. Sun finally creeping behind the horizon out beyond left field. Count now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Pickoff attempt. Serrano back safely. And count full on Aguilar. Let's see if Serrano is off on the pitch. Another pickoff attempt. I think the Brahmas, specifically Brenneman, thinks that Serrano will be going even though there are no outs here in the top of the third. Full count. I think that Serrano might be off. Brenneman comes set. 3-2 pitch. Line drive out into left field. And that's going to be a gapper. Serrano on his horse now. Hits the fence. Aguilar being waved at third, and he's going to stop. And the ball's cut off. So a second consecutive double for Aiden Aguilar. Aguilar is swinging a pretty hot stick right now for the Pickers. Again, runners on second and third. Aiden Lozano steps in for the Pickers.
Lozano 0 for 1 with the strikeout in the top of the first inning. That was the second out of the first inning after Aguilar's first double. Pickers looking to put some crooked numbers up here into third. Lozano takes high for ball 1.
Come on, 2.
1-0 pitch to Lozano. And Ugly Finder into the third base dugout. Count even, 1 ball and 1 strike. Minneman's got some funky spin on his pitches. That's 2 foul balls each direction that were just cued off the bat. 1-1 pitch to Lozano. Misses high. Count 2 balls and a strike. And Coach De Los Santos telling Lozano, stay back on the ball, keep his hands back, trust his bat speed. 2-1 pitch, misses high for ball 3. Serrano at third, Aguilar at second. Nobody out here in the top of the third. 3-1 pitch to Lozano. Popped up on the left side. Shortstop drifting back, not far enough to tag, and that's going to be out number 1. That's going to bring up Uriah Isles. Brenneman working out of the windup with runners on second and third. Pitch to Isles, popped up to the right side. Right fielder coming in. Serrano tags and throws up the line, and the throw goes into right field or left field, and Aguilar's going to have to hold as the left fielder did a good job backing up the throw there. So 2 outs on the sacrifice fly. That's going to bring up Lucas Saenz. Saenz 0 for 1. Now runner on third now with 2 outs. Ground ball to the left side. Shortstop with it over to first. That's going to be into the Picker dugout, and Saenz is going to get to second. Run scored. And Saenz will stand up at second after the E6. So 3-1 now in favor of the Pickers. So 4-1 now in favor of the Pickers. Lozano scores. Swing and a miss by Alvarez, 0-1. Excuse me, Aguilar scores. Just 3. It's 3. Count even, 1 ball and 1 strike. Two and 1 on Alvarez.
The biggest damn trip, what?
3-1. Fly ball out in the center field. Center fielder is going to have to come in and collides with the right fielder. And looks like the catch was made by the center fielder. Pickers pick up 2 runs on 2 hits. There was 1 error and 1 runner left on base after 2.5 innings. Robstown 3, Kingsville 1. Well, back in Kingsville for the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Bert, last time in the air. Last time in the air, Bert.
2, 3, and 4 due up for the Brahmas. Again, Pickers with a 3-1 lead here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Christian Moreno on the mound for his 3rd inning of work. First pitch fouled off of Ocañas for strike 1. Ocañas took that right in the gut, looked like. Good job by the umpire there, having a conversation with Moreno, giving Ocañas time to recuperate off that foul ball. Moreno with 36 pitches right now and just over 2 innings of work, 2 innings plus 1 pitch. And Trevino 0 for 1 so far. Hits a pop-up on the right side. Signs calling it and makes the play, falling down for out number 1. Wind kind of took that away from Signs. That probably would have been an easier play for Alvarez, but Signs shortstop. It's his ball if he wants it, and he took it.
Come on, babe. Come on, babe. Let's go.
So Sammy Gomez, 1 for 1 with the Brahma RBI, steps in with 1 out now here in the top of the 3rd, bottom of the 3rd inning. First pitch from Moreno on the inside corner for strike 1. Thank everybody for joining us tonight on Information News. One pitch from Moreno. For ball 1.
Come on, babe. Come on, babe. Let's go.
And if you're on our YouTube channel and you're not a subscriber, we invite you to like and subscribe our page. You'll get notifications each time we go live. Line drive down the left field line. That's going to scoot all the way to the fence. Aguilar gets up with it. Gomez rounded first and is going to have a stand-up double. Cutoff throw got away there. Lead off double. One out double for Gomez. Bring down the catcher, John Kaysen. Kaysen 0 for 1 with a strikeout. We're on second, 1 out here, bottom of the 3rd inning. Their 2-run lead. First pitch to Kaysen, called strike 1.
Rojas saying some muscle memory. That was a really good pitch. Curveball misses up for ball one. Count even, 1 ball with 1 strike. One pitch from Moreno, low and away for ball 2. To shut Kingsville down right here. The longer you let teams like this hang around, the more confident they get that they can play with you. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 2, count even. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Let's go. Be tough with 2 battle, kid. Let's go.
Brahmas at second. 2-2 pitch to Kaysen. This is low, count now full.
Compete, 1-5, compete.
It'll come set for the payoff pitch. Called strike 3.
Go, babe. Let's go. Dig deep.
That's going to bring up the designated hitter, Xavier Garza. Garza 0 for 1 with a strikeout. So Moreno would want more than to make it 2 strikeouts and get out of this inning without allowing a run. And Sammy Gomez at second base after a leadoff double. Swing and a foul tip, strike 1.
Yeah.
Let's go, babe, compete. Let's go, Dyer. Let's go, here, 1-5.
Get it there. Let's go.
And the 0-1 pitch from Moreno. Swing and a grounder. Signs having to hurry. Gets it over to first in time for out number 3. So leadoff double does no harm to the Pickers. No runs, 1 hit. No errors, 1 runner left on base. After 3 complete, Robstown 3, Kingsville 1. We'll be back on Picker Nation News. And back on the campus of H.M. King High School for the top of the fourth inning. Pickers with a 3-1 lead. Christian Barrera leading things off. Update on the Lady Pickers. They are up 8-5 in the top of the sixth. However, they do have the bases loaded. Elijah Brenneman still on the mound for the Brahmas. Barrera takes the first pitch for strike one. Good take. That pitch probably a little bit too high. That one even higher. Count even. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Let's go, CB.
And the 1-1 pitch to Barrera. Takes low for ball 2.
Hey, let's go, dugout. Little top. Here we go, 1.
Barrera takes down low for ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. Got a hitter's count here to the Picker third baseman. And Sun finally down behind the horizon here in Kingsville. 3-1 pitch to Barrera. This is high for a leadoff walk. It's going to bring up Christian Moreno. Batting in the 8 hole tonight. He's going to be followed by designated hitter Paxton Salinas. Lady Pickers just added on to their lead off a bases loaded walk by Vicky Morales. They now lead 9-5. Brenneman steps off the mound, fearing that blazing speed by Christian Barrera at first base. Then away out in front, swing and a miss, strike 1.
Hey, like the cage, go the other way. Like the cage, let's go.
Here Coach De Los Santos telling Moreno just like the cage. They worked on off-speed pitches in the cage today before heading to Kingsville. One from Brenneman, called strike 2. And that's the pitch they wanted right there. Outside corner, hit that to right field. Right fielder for the Brahmas playing pretty far off the line. Anything back to the left of the second baseman, or to the second baseman's left, is going to be for extra bases. Moreno fouls that pitch off.
Hey.
Lady Pickers now with a 10-5 lead. After a wild pitch, 11-5. Barrera off on the pitch, throw down is not in time, and Barrera is safe with a stolen base.
Hey, take that. Go.
So 1 ball, 2 strike count on Christian Moreno.
All I gotta do is put in play.
Moreno looking to help his own cause. Ball into the outfield, base hit into the outfield, likely scores Barrera. Again, middle infielders playing games with Barrera. Nice base hit, little poke there by Moreno. And they're going to go station to station.
Hey, pitcher. That time for my pitcher.
And that was exactly what Coach De Los Santos wanted Moreno to do.
Hey, let's go. Pick him up.
Throw his hands out there and go the opposite way. So nice job of 2-strike hitting by Christian Moreno. Again, he's going to have a courtesy runner. Again, that's R.J. Flores at first base for Moreno. So Pickers with first and third, and nobody out here in the top of the 4th inning. Top of the order, and Jose Serrano on deck. Again, Paxton Salinas in the box now. Salinas 0 for 1. Steps out of the box as Brenneman not quite ready to toe the rubber yet. Takes a deep breath before he steps on the rubber. Going to be going out of the stretch. Third baseman up on the grass, anticipating a bunt. And Salinas takes a called strike. in particular careful that call. Took a quick pick, look back at the umpire. Might have been a little bit high.
Good job.
Nothing wrong with taking that one with no strikes on you. Now the 0-1 pitch from Brenneman. Flores is off and running, pitch in the dirt. Flores is going to have to get down, and he's in there with a stolen base. So runners now on second and third. 1 ball, 1 strike count on Salinas.
Hey, now you got a job to do. Let's go. Dugout. Hey, let's go, dugout. Let's go.
I would like to see Salinas do the same thing that Moreno did. Now infield in for the Brahmas, which cuts off some of their angles to get to ground balls. 2-1 now, the count on Salinas. Again, 3-1 game, middle of the game. That's a little bit of a gamble by Kingsville playing their infield in. I see the infield in as a rally starter, foul back.
Hey, he's in the hole. He's in the hole. Okay.
Yeah, if I'm Kingsville now, I'm trying to get outs. Let them score 1 run, let them score even 2. I'll trade runs for outs right now. If Salinas is able to poke one through, you're looking at now 2 runs in with still nobody out, still runners on base. Well, Brenneman now going from the windup, the 2-2 pitch, swing and foul back.
All right, let's go. Let's go, Pax. Here we go, kid. That's the objective. Let's go.
You're not striking out 5. Let's go.
Good job. Good job.
Come on, 5.
Gotta think that way, dugout. Let's go. Good way.
Lots of encouragement coming from the dugout for Salinas. Again, got a chance to blow things open here in the top of the 4th inning. Pitch misses way high, count now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. And Salinas now in a base hit ball 4 situation.
Hey, you got full. Let's go. Not striking out. Let's go. Good job.
Go 5.
She says knock it up. I say keep going. Let's go.
Ball popped up and out of play.
All right, let's go. Keep fighting, kid. Let's go.
Count remains full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Again, Barrera at third, RJ Flores at second, nobody out. Brahmas with the infield in.
Let's go.
And the wind up and the payoff pitch, swing and the pop up.
Keep fighting. Let's go.
And that's going to be out of play just short of the stands here in Kingsville. Good at bat here by Salinas, regardless of what happens. Worked the count full and several foul balls.
Hey, keep fighting. Quality at bat here. Quality at bat.
And another payoff pitch from Brenneman to Salinas. And Salinas takes ball 4. And that's going to load the bases for Jose Serrano.
You're all set. That's 2.
Catcher.
I got 2. Let's go 1 set.
Jose Serrano steps in with nobody out, bases loaded, infield still in for the Brahmas. Swing and a miss by Serrano, strike 1.
Go, set.
We're still on the 4th.
Hey, go the other way, 1-7. Use your hands, let's go.
Hey. This is the game to score 8. Good eye there, boy.
Inside, off the inside corner, count even 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, if I'm Kingsville, I probably maybe have my corner infielders up and middle infielders at double play depth, but they've got everybody in.
Hey.
Swing and a miss, strike 2.
The load. Have a good load, let's go.
And if Sedano can shoot one over the third baseman's head, left fielder playing way off the line. That could be a bases loaded triple. As it is, it's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Sedano. Pitch misses low, count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, Barrera at third, RJ Flores at second, and Paxton Salinas at first. Ground ball, just foul.
Hey, good idea, good idea.
Gotta fight with 2. Let's go.
Not sure if this is the same umpire we had last week at TM. He might have called that one fair.
Battle with 2. Let's go. Good dog.
So 2 balls and 2 strikes on Sedano. Bases loaded here in the top of the 4th inning.
Fan the zone,
Pickers
okay,
with
fan
a
the zone.
3-1 lead. And a hit by pitch, and that's an RBI for Sedano.
Hey, everybody out. Let's go. Everybody out. Everybody out.
So Barrera comes in. Pickers now lead 4-1. Update on the Lady Pickers, they have put a 5 spot on
Everybody out. Get it.
in the top of the 6th inning and have a 12-5 lead. They're still hitting with 2 outs and runners on 2nd and 3rd. And that's going to bring up Aiden Aguilar. Aguilar, again, hottest hitter on the team right now. 2 for 2 with 2 doubles. Does that again, we're likely going to have a bases clearing double.
Tom, let's go.
Hey, let's go, Superman.
Well, Brenneman now working from the windup with the bases loaded still. Misses high for ball 1.
Tom, up there.
Pitch misses high. Again, RJ Flores at third, Paxton Salinas at second, Jose Sedano at first. 1 run in already in the top of the 4th inning, nobody out. Called strike 1. That might have been a little bit out of the zone there. Ball popped out into short left field. Going to be trouble.
Nice and easy, relax.
Let's go low.
And Aguilar pops out.
That's too early for an infield fly. That's a hard play to make. You got it.
Come on, dude.
Aiden Lozano steps in. 0 for 2 tonight. So it'll be a good chance for him to break out of his little mini funk here. Fouls the first pitch back for strike 1.
Here we go. Hey, nothing much. Hey, only a little base hit. Hey, little by little base hit here and there. Here we go. Go 2. Come on, 2.
Ground ball foul to the right side. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Right elbow the other way. Get it back out.
0-2 pitch from Brenneman. Fouls it off to the left side, out of play. Count stays, no balls and 2 strikes.
Come on, 2.
Not too much movement. Come on, low.
Left fielder way off the line. Line drive up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. Could be a gapper. 2 runs are going to score. Sedano being held at second. That's going to be a stand-up double for Aiden Lozano, and the Pickers now with a 6-1 lead.
Here you go, catcher. Hey, let's go.
That's going to bring up Uriah Isles. He is 0 for 1 with the sac fly. Had a sac fly in the top of the second inning. Has a chance to get 2 more runs here with the base hit. And Serrano at first. Lozano, nice line drive to left field. Left fielder going back. That's going to be over his head off the fence. Should be a stand-up double. And 2 more runs on the double by Isles. It's going to bring up Lucas Signs. Signs 0 for 2. Needs to break out of his little mini slump as well.
Hey, get my hands out. Let's go. Hey, coach.
Brenneman almost went from the windup there with the runner at second.
Let's go.
Wild pitch, and that's going to move the runner up to third. Dominic Alvarez on deck for the Pickers. And 1-0 count on shortstop Lucas Signs. Brenneman now can go for the windup with the runner on third. Takes outside for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes.
Let's go, 6-start.
No one up in the bullpen right now for the Brahmas. They make a pitching change. It'll likely be someone on the field already. 3-0 now to
Blue,
Signs.
you got 3-0 or 2-0?
Let's see if Coach Miller gives Signs the green light. 3-0.
Let's go, get down
And
there.
takes high for ball 4.
Got one out.
Again, 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. Pickers with 5 runs already. And Alvarez steps in. 0 for 1 with a walk. Well, that's 9 men to the plate here in the top of the 4th inning. Christian Barrera on deck led off this inning. Alvarez takes a pitch on the outside corner for ball 1. And this likely to be Brenneman's last inning of work here. He's approaching 90 pitches. Of course, limit per game or per week in high school baseball is 110. Curveball, ground ball, fair ball. And that's going to get a run home. So an RBI single for Dominic Alvarez. Runners now on first and third. And Christian Barrera steps in. Barrera is 1 for 1 with a walk and 2 runs scored. First pitch misses away to Barrera. In 9-1 Picker lead, top of the 4th, 1 out. Runners on first and second. Signs at second, Alvarez on first. Pitch misses low, count 2 balls for strike.
Right, good catch, Ryan. Behind the plate.
Brenneman comes set to 2-0
Oh, let's go.
on the outside corner for strike 1. Again, Brenneman now with 91 pitches. He's got 19 left. Of course, he hits 110. He can finish the current batter.
Right, good try.
Swing and a miss by Barrera for strike 2. Count even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, 1 out. Christian Moreno waiting on deck. He'll be up as long as Barrera doesn't hit into a double play.
Don't let it come off.
Line drive out into right center. That's dropping. That's going to be in for a hit. And Sign stops at third base, so bases loaded for Christian Moreno. Moreno 2 for 2 with an RBI. And looks like we're going to have a meeting with the mound, just the infielders and the pitcher and catcher.
Come here. Or actually,
And now here comes Coach Cisneros for the Brahmas. And it looks like we're going to have a pitching change for the Brahmas. Looks like they're going to bring in the center fielder Trevino to the mound. So final line on Brenneman, 9 runs on 10 hits, 8 earned, 4 walks and a strikeout in 3 1/3 innings pitched. So we'll go ahead and take a quick break here as the new pitcher gets warmed up. We'll be right back on Picker Nation News. Well, back in Kingsville after the pitching change, Giovanni Trevino taking over for Elijah Brenneman. Pickers with bases loaded. Still 1 out. Let's see if they pull their infielders in. Middle infield looks like they're at double play depth, which really they should be. Corner infielders are up on the grass. Well, Christian Moreno steps in again, 2 for 2 with an RBI.
Hey, bend it a little, let's go!
First pitch to Moreno, called strike 1.
Get him your leg!
Called strike 2.
Ever hit or swing the bat. Let's go.
strikes called. Strike 3 might have been a little bit high. That's going to bring up Paxton Salinas. Salinas 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Walked earlier this inning. Line drive to the shortstop. Looked a little bit higher, but shortstop makes the play for out number 3. But the Pickers pick up 5 runs on 4 hits. There were a couple of walks. Bases left loaded. In the middle of the 4th inning, Robstown 9, Kingsville 1. We'll be back on Picker Nation News. Oh, back in Kingsville for the bottom of the 4th inning. Christian Moreno on the mound for his 4th inning of work. Brahmas with 6, 7, and 8 due up. Pickers with an 8-run lead. First pitch evidently outside for ball 1. That looked like a really good pitch right there. Wind up in the 1-0 pitch. In there for a called strike 1. Count even, 1 ball and 1 strike. The first baseman, Ains. Swing the line drive up the middle for a leadoff single by Ains. To bring up the right fielder, Braylon Milton. Milton 0 for 1 so far tonight.
Luke! Lucas, last time! 1 before 2 in the middle. Ground ball gets you 2.
First pitch in there for called strike 1. Ball popped up on the left side. Signs drifting back. Makes the play for out number 1.
Lucas, last time! Back up there, let's go.
bring up Brenneman here. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Getting runner on first, 1 out. First pitch misses low for ball 1. And Picker infield, a double play depth with the runner on first, 1 out. Runner looking for a ground ball, get out of the bottom of the 4th inning here. 1-0 pitch, runner off, and base hit to center. Well, runners now on first and second with 1 out. It's going to bring up the number 9 hitter, Braden Lozano. And being a little selfish there, that's going to be ball dropped there by Barrera. Otherwise, the runner's out. Well, double play still in play here.
Ball still gets you out of it.
And run out, runners on first and third. Uriah Isles now behind the plate for the Pickers. Riley Flores in right field. And Christian Moreno still on the mound for the 4th inning of work. Ground ball going foul outside the third baseline, picked up by Barrera. Counts now 0-1.
Come on, Moreno, let's go, babe. Coming left side.
And Moreno comes set, or the 0-1 pitch. Runner is off, throw down by Isles, cut off by Moreno, and turned the wrong way. So double play now out of the question. Runners on second and third, count even, 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Here, let's go.
Moreno looking for a strikeout here. Just off the outside corner for ball 2. Ball popped up. Not deep enough to tag. Center fielder Serrano makes the play for out number 2. Well, that's going to flip things over to the top of the order with Jordan Villarreal. Villarreal is 1 for 2 with the lone run scored for the Brahmas.
Let's go.
And Moreno trying to retire Villarreal.
Let's go, babe.
To eliminate any damage here. Curveball. Could have been a strike.
Good pitch.
Dugout for the Pickers certainly liked it.
Let's go.
And Moreno comes set for the 1-0. This time it's a called strike. Another curveball. We'll count now even, 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, Uriah Isles now behind the plate for the Pickers. 1-1 pitch, another curveball, ground ball to short, and pass signs. That's going to get 1 run in, and that'll be it. In the infield single for Villarreal. Soft contact does in the Pickers right there, and the game is now 9-2 in favor of Robstown. It's going to bring up the pitcher, Giovanni Trevino. Trevino 0 for 2. And runners on first and third, 2 outs. Time called by Trevino. And Moreno comes set, and the first pitch to Trevino. Evidently high for ball 1.
Where's it at?
Swing and a fair ball off the glove of Barrera, and a run scores.
8 runs. And come out there and give them 2. Pitch it up in the zone and not attack the ball.
Well, that's going to bring up Sammy Gomez.
Another ground ball. Let's go.
Gomez 2 for 2 with an RBI.
Another one, babe. Let's go.
And short bag situation for the Pickers. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. First pitch to Gomez, Bayou for strike 1. And 0-1 pitch. Foul ball outside the right field line. Count now 0-2 on Gomez. And Pickers with a 6-run lead. 1 run in the first inning for King, and 2 runs here in the bottom of the 4th.
Right here. A lot of faith. Come on.
Moreno can shut things down here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Maintain a 6-run lead. 0-2 pitch. Runners are off. Throw down to third is going to be in time for out number 3. Nice job there by Uriah Isles. 2-5 on the put out, and the Pickers get out of it. Thankfully, Kingsville ran themselves out of that inning. 2 runs on 2 hits. There was 1 error. 1 runner left on base. After 4 complete, Robstown 9, HM King 3. We'll be back on Picker Nation News.
Back in Kingsville for the top of the 5th inning. Pickers with a 6-run lead. Top of the order due up for Robstown. Serrano, Aguilar, Lozano looking to tack on to their 6-run lead. Giovanni Trevino on the mound for Kingsville.
Little more.
First pitch to Serrano. In there for called strike 1. Ball popped up, middle infield, shortstop coming over, second baseman calls him off and drops the ball. Serrano safe on the E4. Bring up Aiden Aguilar, 2 for 3 on the evening. 2 doubles, a run scored in 3 at-bats. So Serrano at first, nobody out. The first pitch to Aguilar. Foul straight back for strike 1. Looking for their first district win of the season. Kingsville 0-1, Robstown 0-2. Trevino digging out the dirt there in front of the rubber. There's about a 4-inch hole right in front of the rubber. Time call, no pitch. And a ball called by the home plate umpire, and Serrano advances to second base. So 0-1, still the count. And Coach Cisneros is going to have a word with the umpire. The 0-1 to Aguilar. Takes curveball for strike 2. Good take with 1 strike. Sees that again. That's a you hang it and we bang it curveball. Off the outside corner for ball 1. And the 1-2 to Aguilar, high, count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Serrano at second, nobody out. Serrano reached on the drop pop-up by the second baseman. And wind still blowing out to left field. 2-2 pitch, hits Aguilar.
Still leaking with your hit.
I hope that elbow guard got it.
So Pickers now with runners on first and second with nobody out, and Aiden Lozano steps to the plate. Lozano is 1 for 3 with a run scored and 2 RBIs. And fly ball out into center field. Center fielder going back, now drifting to his right. Makes the play. Serrano tags going to third, and he'll make it easily as the ball misses the cutoff man. So 1 out now, runners on first and third. It's going to bring up Uriah Isles. Isles 1 for 2 with 3 RBIs and 1 run scored.
Serrano at third, Aguilar at second. With one out here in the top of the fifth. Trevino steps off the rubber.
Dugout. Hey, let's not lose energy, dugout. Let's go. Stay in the game. Let's go, Rob!
And Aguilar off. Strike is called. Ball gets out into center field. And Serrano is going to score, and Aguilar is going to advance to third. Pickers now back to a 7-run lead.
One down. One down.
So Aguilar on third for Isles. 0-1 pitch. And ground ball up the middle. That's going to score another run and another RBI for Uriah Isles. That's going to bring up Lucas Saenz with now a runner on first and one out. Saenz 0 for 2 with the walk. Courtesy runner for Uriah Isles, that's Michael Olguin. It's going to be the runner. In one out, runner on first. Saenz. Be next. Stay out of a double play here. First pitch to Saenz. This is low for ball one. Ball got away from Kaysen behind the plate, but not far enough for Olguin to advance. Olguin comes set, takes a look over to Olguin. Pickoff play at first. So Olguin making a divot there at first base. Get his uniform dirty for the first time this season. And Trevino steps off the mound. Swing and a miss. Count even, 1 ball and 1 strike. It's going to go top to his pitcher, let the umpire recover there, went right off of his chest protector into his hands. Again, good job by the catcher Kaysen to go and talk to his pitcher, let the umpire behind the plate recover. After the meeting, Lucas Saenz steps back in the box. Count even, 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out here, Mikey Olguin on first base. Pickers with an 8-run lead. And ball popped up, playable behind the plate. And Kaysen not quite able to make the play. Count now 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Hey, set your target and go through it. Let's go.
Trevino gets the sign from Kaysen, comes set for the 1-2 pitch to Saenz. Stays back, hits the ball over to shortstop. Olguin's going to have to hustle to second, over to first, not in time, so a fielder's choice by Saenz. Well, that's going to bring up second baseman Dominic Alvarez. Alvarez 1 for 2 with a walk.
I got the magic stick. I got the magic stick. Let's go.
2 outs now, runner on first. Dominic Alvarez looking to extend this inning.
Let's go, Magic Stick!
And ground ball just outside the third base line. Foul for strike 1. Again, Lucas signs at first after a fielder's choice.
Let's go, Magic!
And Alvarez takes low, count even, 1 ball and 1 strike. And Trevino steps off, pickoff play. Signs kind of fell asleep over there at first. We're going to have some fun getting these uniforms cleaned tonight. And Pickers back in action tomorrow at 4 o'clock at Steve Costello Field against Hebronville. And unfortunately, we will not be able to bring that to you on Picker Nation News. Pitch to Alvarez, misses low. Count now 2 balls and 1 strike. Another pickoff attempted first, and Signs is back safely.
He's there. Let it go.
Signs is off and running. Ground ball to the third baseman. He's going to have to go over to first, and in time for out number 3. But the Pickers pick up 2 more runs here in the top of the 5th inning. They take an 11-3 lead. We'll be back on Picker Nation News. All right, back in Kingsville for the bottom of the 5th inning. Pickers with an 11-3 lead. Christian Moreno on the mound for his 5th inning of work. First pitch to Trevino, called strike one, to Garza Gomez. Curveball, swing and a miss, strike two. The 0-2 pitch to Gomez misses high, 4-1. It should be pitch number 70 by Moreno.
Go, babe.
Two popped up on the right to left side. Barrera giving chase. Let's see if he has room. And almost makes the play. Good hustle, but not quite able to make the play was Christian Barrera. Gomez 2 for 2 with an RBI.
Why can't you do that in your games?
Yeah. Let's go right here. Let's go. Quick arm right here. Let's go.
And the 1-2 pitch by Moreno, swing and a cue ball, foul down the first base line. Count stays 1-2 strikes.
Right. I got you. Hey, what you want? Hey, that's a good spot.
Just low for ball 2.
Good pitch, babe.
Picker dugout really liked that pitch, hoping to get that call. Count even, 2-2 strikes. 2-2 pitch misses low for ball 3. Count now full, 3-2 strikes.
What you want? Let's go.
And hit by pitch. And Gomez will go down to first. That's going to bring up the catcher, John Kaysen. Kaysen 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts.
Come on, Moreno. Come on, Moreno.
Let's go.
First pitch to Kaysen. Just misses for ball 1.
Hey, do better, Blue. That's a
2 balls and no strikes to Kaysen. Pickers looking for a ground ball double play here. Middle infield, the double play depth. Barrera at the cut of the grass, and of course Lozano holding the runner on, and Moreno hits another batter. So runners on first and second now with nobody out.
Hey, lock in 1-5.
And that's going to bring out a visit by pitching coach Stephen Grimes. And Lady Picker, final score 14-10 in favor of the Lady Pickers. That game just went final from down the street here in Kingsville. So the Lady Pickers pick up their first district win of the season. They are now 1-3 in district. They'll be back in action on Tuesday at Lady Picker Field against the Zapata Lady Hawks. And of course, we are hoping to have our other live streamer back by then. If we do, we will have the Lady Pickers live for you on Picker Nation News, likely the Picker Nation News YouTube channel, and we'll have the Pickers on Facebook.
Come on, Bruno.
So runners on first and second, nobody out. Called strike one. And this is the designated hitter, Xavier Garza. Garza calls time. Takes a couple of practice swings outside of the box, steps back in, and now we're ready for the 0-1 pitch. Unofficially, we have Moreno. That was his 80th pitch right there. Count now, no balls and 2 strikes. Again, our new scoreboard that we're using tonight has a pitch counter on it.
Hey, right here, let's go.
And of course, all of our numbers here are unofficial. Moreno comes set, and the 0-2 pitch to Garza misses wide. Runner going towards third, and throw down. And somehow he's called safe. The ball was there waiting for him.
Come on, man, let's go.
The umpire ball's waiting for him. There's no way he misses that tag. That's an automatic out every time. Ground ball to third. Throw over to first. Going to have a scoop. And that's going to be an E5 on Christian Barrera. Again, rushed to throw a little bit, threw it in the dirt, and Lozano was unable to make that play. So bases loaded now, nobody out still. And that's going to bring up the first baseman, Ains. Ains is 1 for 2 with a run scored. And Moreno looking for a strikeout now. First pitch misses low for ball 1. Pitch, low again, ball 2.
Hey, go out on 1-5, here we go, kid.
Three-no. Aims the ball there for an RBI walk. And that's going to bring out Coach Miller, and that may be the end of the evening for Moreno. pitch so far. Line's not complete, but 6 hits, 4 runs, 2 earned, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. JC Trevino now on the mound for the Pickers, and we'll be back after he takes his warm-up, tosses on Picker Nation News. Oh, JC Trevino on the mound now for Robstown. Bases loaded, nobody out. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Comes set, and the 0-1. Swing and a miss, way out in front. Not sure what's going on with the batter and the umpire. Misses outside. And Trevino comes set. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Well, that's out number 1. Again, bases still loaded. Pickers now with a 7-run lead.
Let's go. A lot of confidence, babe. A lot of confidence. Let's go. Here we go. 1 down.
Pitch misses low for a ball.
That arm up a little bit. Let's go. Go ask for the baseball. Ground ball right here. Come on, JC, let's go. Off the baseball, make a play.
1 in there for called, strike 1. And want to congratulate our Picker powerlifting team on their first ever state championship. So state champs for the boys and girls in powerlifting. Swing and a foul back, strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes on the batter.
Come on, JC. Come on, JC.
Expect your left side. Expect your left side.
out now, even 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, 1 out, bases loaded, bottom of the 5th inning. 11-4 lead for the Pickers.
Out of confidence, let's go. No one better, man, let's go.
Curveball just misses.
Hey,
The batter was fooled, and I think the umpire was fooled on that one. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's going to bring up Braden Lozano, the shortstop, number 9 hitter. Curveball from Trevino, swing and a miss for strike 1. Trevino comes set, and the 0-1 pitch, swing and a foul back, 0-2.
Go, let's go.
Well, Trevino comes set for the 0-2 pitch. Fastball fouled back. Count remains 0-2. Trevino trying to get out of this bases loaded jam.
Come on, JC. Come on, JC.
And 0-2 pitch to Lozano. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The Brahmas pick up 1 run on no hits. Bases were left loaded after 5 innings. Robstown 11, Kingsville 4. We'll be back on Picker Nation News.
Sing a song 1, let's go.
All right, back on the campus of H.M. King in Kingsville. Pickers trying to get some insurance runs here. Got a 7-4 lead. 7, 8, and 9 due up. Christian Barrera, J.C. Trevino, and Paxton Salinas. Again, final score down the street in softball. Lady Pickers 14, Lady Brahmas 10. Again, Lady Pickers pick up their first district win of the season. First pitch to Barrera, misses low for ball one. Barrera 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored and a walk. He's looking to continue his perfect evening. Swing and a miss, strike one. Count even, 1 ball and 1 strike. Swinging a fly ball out in the left field. Left fielder drifting back. And Cam Sunderd makes the play for out number 1. It's going to bring up the relief pitcher, J.C. Trevino. It will be his first plate appearance of the evening. Trevino with the line drive single up the middle. 1 out single for Trevino. And Trevino with the big smile to the dugout after his 1 out base hit. And being told by the coaches, that's exactly what we've been wanting you to do all season long. Just throw your hands out there and hit the ball right up the middle. And Pickers with cricket numbers every inning but the first. 1 in the second, 2 in the third, 6 in the fourth, 2 more in the fifth. Salinas takes the ball for strike 1. Pickoff attempt, Trevino back in time. In another District 31 4A action tonight, the Maroon team from the north beat the Maroon team from the east 12-0.
Hey, you're still in the at-bat. It don't matter what he calls. Let's go. Still in the at-bat.
2 strikes on Salinas. And Trevino off on the pitch, and throw bounces in front of the second baseman, so J.C. Trevino has a stolen base. J.C. evidently took the scenic route to second base, telling him to run straight. 1-2 pitch on Salinas. Ball gets past Kaysen, and Trevino will advance to third.
Let's go.
So full count on Salinas. So it is 2-2.
Got 2s. Got a battle here. Got 2 right here, 5. Do a job. Do a job right here.
Well, the payoff pitch to Salinas, fouled back and out of play. And count remains full. Another payoff pitch to Salinas. Swing and a miss. Ball is dropped. Throw to first in time. Trevino coming home, and he's going to be safe. So good running there by J.C. Trevino. And Salinas is out on the 2-3. But Trevino scores on the throw down to first. Well, that's going to bring up
Jose Serrano with 2 outs and nobody on here in the top of the 5th inning. Serrano with the line drive to left field. That's going to drop for a 2-out single. And Serrano was on first. Serrano having a nice evening here. He is 2 for 4 with 3 runs scored. He is, 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored. Reached on an error. And that's going to bring up Aiden Aguilar, who is 2 for 3 with 2 runs. First pitch to Aguilar is a shot in the cheeks.
Slow down. No, walk up there. Walk up there. Walk up there. Walk up there. Slow it down. Somebody on the bet.
So runners now on first and second with 2 outs. That's going to bring up Aiden Lozano. Lozano is 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs. First pitch to Lozano in there for called strike 1. Lozano takes high for ball 1. Count even, 1 ball and 1 strike. And Serrano at second, Aguilar at first. Lozano takes wide for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Called strike 2. Here the Lady Pickers bus driving by after their 14-10 victory. Lozano fouls the ball straight back. Count stays 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Let's go. Be in your leg. Hey, be in the dugout. Be in the game. Let's go.
Another 2-2 pitch to Lozano. Swing and a line drive to right center field. Going to get down for a base hit. 1 run scores. Aguilar goes first to third. And the Pickers back to a 9-run lead. So runners on first and third with 2 outs, and that's going to bring up Uriah Isles. Isles 2 for 3 with 4 RBIs. Pickers looking to try to pick up at least 1 more run and have the opportunity to have a run rule in 6th inning. Isles goes to right field. That's going to get down, going to get past the right fielder. That's going to score 1, and Lozano's being waved home, and Isles going to third. He's going to stop on third with a triple. So 15-4 in favor of the Pickers. Isles with 6 RBIs. Well, Michael Olguin, courtesy runner for Isles, will be over at third base. And Lucas Sines steps in. Sines 0 for 3 with a walk.
Takes the first pitch low for ball one. Signs looking for his first hit of the night. Ground ball up the middle. Shortstop comes up with it and over the first in time for out number 3. But the Pickers pick up 4 runs here in the top of the 6th inning. They're 3 outs away from a run rule. Some defensive changes for the Pickers here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Anthony Gonzalez in left field, and Aiden Aguilar moves from left field to shortstop. Lucas Saenz moves from shortstop to third base. Christian Barrera out of the game. JC Trevino still on the mound and going into his 2nd inning of work. Looking to have a clean inning and shut things down here in the 6th inning. And allow the Pickers to pick up their first 31-4A win of the season. And Pickers will be in action tomorrow, non-district game against Hebronville. That'll be at 4 o'clock at Steve Castro Field. We encourage everyone to go out there and support the Pickers. We unfortunately will not have that game for you on Picker Nation News due to other obligations.
Hey, let's go. Let's go.
I'm gonna be over here.
Hey, left side. Left side.
All right, here we go. Bottom of the 6th inning. Top of the order, Jordan Villarreal leads things off for the Brahmas. JC Renteria got the Pickers out of a bases-loaded jam in the bottom of the 5th. Looking to keep his game scoreless. First pitch to Villarreal, fouled back for strike 1. Trevino working exclusively from the stretch. Ground ball up the middle, and that's going to get through for a leadoff single for Villarreal. Well, that ball got a piece of Renteria there as it went by. Looks like he's okay. Coach Grimes going to have a quick talk with Trevino. The meeting on the mound is over. And we'll have the number 2 hitter, Giovanni Trevino, step into the box. He's 0 for 3 on the evening. Popped up to catcher, popped up to the shortstop, and grounded out to third. Curveball from Trevino misses low for ball 1.
Let's go. Let's go.
Trevino looking for the pitcher's best friend right here. Slow ground ball to get double play. Trevino comes set, and the 1-0 pitch. Just low for ball 2.
Let's go. Let's go.
So a Trevino to Trevino matchup right here. JC comes set, and the 2-0 pitch hits Giovanni Trevino, and the Brahmas have runners on first and second with nobody out. Maybe JC just prefers the pitch with the bases loaded. Hopefully not. But again, the Brahmas have runners on first and second with nobody out.
Anthony, last time.
That's going to bring up Sammy Gomez. Gomez is 2 for 2 with the hit by pitch. Gomez having a perfect night so far for the Brahmas. Curveball was somewhere not in the strike zone evidently for ball 1.
It's not. Come on, Rams. Come on, Blue. Come on, Blue.
Trevino looking for his sign, comes set for the 1-0 pitch. Another curveball, swing and a miss. Count even, 1 ball and 1 strike. And time called.
Go make a play.
Oh, Gomez steps back into the box, and we're going to have the 1-1 pitch. Trevino set, the pitch, curveball, swing and a miss, strike 2. I'd like to see Trevino throw that same curveball low, see if Gomez will chase. Again, Villarreal at first, or excuse me, second, Trevino at first. JC Trevino comes set for the 1-2, and he got him. Curveball in the dirt for strike 3. Let's bring up the catcher, John Kaysen. Kaysen 0 for 2, also hit by a pitch. Trevino comes set, and the first pitch to Kaysen. Fastball called strike, and pickoff attempt gets away from Lozano, and the runner at second advances. So runners now on first and third with 1 out. It's probably a throw you don't want to make against a team like Kingsville, but is what it is now. Runners on first and third, 1 out. Ground ball double play still open. Curveball called strike 2.
Go work in the middle.
Isles now giving the first and third signal. Pitch late, but gives it nonetheless. Trevino looking for another strikeout. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And runner takes second on the play, but 2 down now. And that's going to bring up the DH, Xavier Garza. He is 0 for 3 with the strikeout, ground out, and reached by error. Trevino can get Garza without allowing this run. Swing and a miss for strike 1. The Pickers will pick up a run rule victory. 0-1 now on Garza. Again, runners on second and third. R.J. Flores in at second base. 0-1 pitch misses a bit low for ball 1. Count even, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Let's go, JC. Let's go, babe.
Curveball. That's a fair ball. And that's going to score 2. Ball gets past Gonzalez in left field. So we will go to a 7th inning. Garza digging for 3. And too good of a pitch right there by Trevino. And the score is now 15-6.
Play the game. Throw the ball down.
It's going to bring the first baseman Ains, I'm sorry. Ains is 1 for 2. Single, a walk, and reached on an error. First pitch from Trevino, swing and miss for strike 1. Trevino comes set, and the 0-1 pitch. Swing, pop foul, out of play on the left side. So no balls and 2 strikes on Ains. Trevino set. And fly ball out in the left field and caught by Gonzalez for out number 3. So we'll head to the 7th inning. Pickers with a 15-6 lead. We'll be back on Picker Nation News. And back for the top of the 7th inning, Dominic Alvarez takes ball 1. Giovanni Trevino still on the mound for the Brahmas. Swinging a line drive up the middle. That's a leadoff single for Alvarez. That's going to bring up Anthony Gonzalez. Evidently that was
That's not you.
called strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Or excuse me, strike 2. Line drive to left. That's another base hit for the Pickers. So runners on first and second with nobody out here in the top of the 7th. J.C. Trevino in the box now, 1 for 1. And wild pitch will allow the runners to advance to second and third respectively. Ball too low. And JC 1 for 1 with the single up the middle in his only previous at bat. 2-0 pitch to JC. Takes for call, strike 1. Two balls and 2 strikes. Riley Flores in the on-deck circle, going to pinch hit for Paxton Salinas. 2-2 pitch from Trevino to Trevino, gets past Kaysen, and the run's going to score. And the count is now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Let's go, score.
Count full on J.C. Trevino. Payoff pitch. Swing and a ground ball to second. Second baseman up with it over to first. That's going to be an RBI ground out for Trevino. And the Pickers get those 2 runs back that they gave up in the bottom of the 6th. So Anthony Gonzalez scores. J.C. Trevino grounds out. And Riley Flores steps in. Flores misses for ball 1. Two and 0 on Flores. Trevino steps on the mound for the 3-0 pitch to Riley Flores. Nobody on with one out here in the top of the 7th inning. 3-0 pitch to Flores, called strike one. Three one to Flores, and he takes low for ball 4. So a 1-out walk by Riley Flores. And that's going to bring up another pinch hitter. Mikey Holguin steps in. Going to be pinch hitting for Jose Serrano. So Flores on first, Holguin at the plate. Way out in front for a foul ball down the left field line. Well, the 0-1 to Holguin misses low, count even, 1 ball and 1 strike. And the 1-1 pitch, pick off attempt, not in time. Flores back safely. Trevino comes set, 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. Pick off attempt, not in time. Flores back safely. And 1-2 pitch to Holguin. Misses outside. Count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Once you get home, I'm literally going to get you.
Go two, baby.
And the 2-2 pitch to Holguin. Swinging an ugly finder to the third base dugout. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Michael Vasquez on deck for the Pickers. Be hitting for Aiden Aguilar should Holguin stay out of the double play. Again, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, runner on first. Top of the 7th inning, Pickers with a 17-6 lead. Wild pitch gets past the catcher, and Flores advances to second. And the count is now full on Holguin. Holguin, little poke out to right fielder under it, makes the play for out number 2. So Mikey Vasquez going to pinch hit for Aiden Aguilar. Last 2 players probably will still stay in the game defensively. They're both starters, can re-enter. And Riley Flores on second. And Mikey Vasquez swinging at one in the dirt. The 0-1 pitch to Vasquez, swing and a miss, strike 2.
Go, Levitt. Almost 3. Go, Mikey.
And the 0-2 pitch to Vasquez. Line drive out into right center. And that's down for a hit. That's going to be an RBI triple for Vasquez. So nice job of 2-strike hitting for Michael Vasquez. And the 2-out triple gets the Pickers another run. That's going to bring up Aiden Lozano.
You got to stop recruiting that little baby.
Lozano takes high for ball 1.
Let's go, 2. Going
Come
low.
on, Aiden.
1-0 pitch to Lozano. Misses high for ball 2.
Come on, 2.
2-0 pitch from Trevino. Outside for ball 3.
Go.
And Giovanni Trevino in for his 4th inning in relief. 3-0 pitch to Lozano. And that's a 4-pitch walk. And the Pickers have runners on 1st and 3rd with 2 outs. That'll bring up the catcher, Uriah Isles.
Let's go, 2, 3. There, out.
First pitch to Isles, hits him in the back, and the Pickers have the bases loaded for Lucas Sines.
Front 6. Going back.
Sines is 0 for 4 with the walk tonight. Base hit here would likely get at least 2 runs home. Gapper will clear the bases. 2 outs, bases loaded. First pitch to Sines, ground ball to the second baseman, and gets it over to first for out number 3. But the Pickers
Get back out there.
pick up 4, and they head to the bottom of the 7th, leading 18-6.
And back in Kingsville for the bottom of the 7th inning. Brahmas need 2 touchdowns to win. Alan Salinas is in to close things out here for Robstown.
Come on, Allie. Come on, Allie. Let's go. Come on, baby.
First pitch in there for a called strike 1. Elijah Brenneman leading things off for Braden Milton leading things off. Milton is 0 for 3. Ground out, a pop out, and a strikeout. Nice pitch by Salinas.
Let's go right back in there.
Count 2 balls and a strike.
Get on the mound and repeat it. Get on the mound. Let's go.
Ground ball to short. Aguilar up with it over to first and scooped by Lozano. Nice play by Aguilar and Lozano for out number 1. Well, Pickers need 2 more outs. Now Brenneman steps in. Brenneman is 1 for 3. A single and a strikeout, takes the first pitch low for ball 1.
Go to the cap.
Salinas comes set for the 1-0 pitch. In there for called strike 1.
Get back up there. Let's go. Go, Island.
1-2 pitch.
Come on, Island.
Now it's 1-2. And we want to congratulate our Picker powerlifters today on their first ever state championship. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
We got 2. Hey, let's do it. How about 1-6?
So Brahmas down to their last out here. And that's going to bring up the number 9 hitter, Braden Lozano. Lozano also taking the caller tonight, 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Takes the first pitch for strike 1. Fly ball out into left field. Anthony Gonzalez over and misses the ball. And that's going to be a double for Lozano. Don't know if he lost it. Lights are kind of low here in Kingsville. I don't know exactly what happened. So that's going to turn the lineup over. Leadoff hitter Jordan Villarreal now steps in. Villarreal 3 for 4 tonight. Pretty much everything soft contact. First pitch from Salinas misses low for ball 1. One-0 misses away for strike 2, or excuse me, ball 2. Salinas steps off the mound real quick, resets himself, gets back on the rubber. It's just off the inside corner for ball 3.
All the way back. Let's go. Let's go.
And evidently another one off the inside corner for a 4-pitch walk.
Good job, Alan. There you go, babe. Let's go. We stay right here. Let's go.
So Giovanni Trevino steps in, runners on first and second, and 2 outs. Trevino takes called strike 1. Salinas working pretty quickly tonight. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Well, the Brahmas down to their last strike here in Kingsville. Alan Salinas trying to throw things out, close things out. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a pop-up out into center field. Gets down. Olguin comes up with it. Needs to get the ball in. And gets it to Lozano. And the bases are loaded with 2 outs.
Hey, you're good.
A little bit too much of the plate there with 2 strikes. 0-2. It's going to bring up Sammy Gomez. Gomez is 2 for 3 with the hit by pitch.
Let's go, Alan. Let's go, babe.
We're coming in right here.
Get to yourself. Let's go, babe.
Called strike 1.
My boy 160. Let's go. Get to yourself. Let's go, babe. Do yourself 1-6. Let's go, get.
0-1 pitch. Just off the outside corner. Count even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Another 3-hour game here for the Pickers tonight. 1-1 pitch.
Yes, he did.
This is low for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Pop-up foul out of play here on the right side. Count even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Called strike 3, and that's the ball game. Final score: Robstown 18, HM King 6. Final line score for the Pickers: 18 runs on 18 hits, however 6 errors. Kingsville with 6 runs on 9 hits. They had 3 errors of their own. Again, Pickers back in action tomorrow afternoon, 4 o'clock game at Steve Castro Field against Hebronville. Again, we will not have that for you on Picker Nation News. Pickers back in district action on Tuesday from Steve Castro Field, 7 o'clock against the Zapata Hawks, 3rd place on the line. Pickers be trying to even up their district record at 2. Again, final score from Kingsville: Robstown 18, HM King 6. I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight on Picker Nation News.